Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm delivering y'all 7 tips to make you a way better shooter in NBA 2K24. Because I know a lot of you guys are struggling. The shooting is way different this year. Me personally, the first day and a half, about 20 games, I was struggling very bad myself. I was shooting like 12% from 3. But now I have cracked the code for y'all. This last week alone, I'm probably shooting at least 60% from 3. And last night, I played 5 straight games with rec randoms where I hit exactly 10 threes and I never had more than 15 attempts. Which, to do the math for y'all, is 5 straight games, like I said, of hitting exactly 10 threes, and I never shot worse than 67% from 3. Which I'd say is pretty good considering my shot selection. But we're not going to waste any more time. Let's get into these tips. So the first tip I got for y'all might be the most obvious one, but it's also probably the most important one. Turn off your jump shot meter. Turning off your meter gives you a 20% increase to your green window, and as y'all know, you can green every shot this year. There's always a green window as long as you're not 100% smothered. So making that window 20% bigger should automatically be your priority. That's a huge boost. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Just trust me, learn to shoot with your meter off. It has never been more worth it than this year. The boost is bigger this year than ever before. So yeah, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, buy Jumpshot Boost. I can't speak for any of the other types of boosts on this game because I honestly don't notice a difference, but every single year I buy Jumpshot Boost, and I honestly feel like it is a night and day difference between when you have them and don't have them. And this year is no different. In fact, I feel like they might be even better. In years past, what Jumpshot Boosts have done is just allowed you to green more shots, like you wouldn't get as many full bars. But this year, like I told y'all, there's a green window on every shot you shoot that is not 100% smothered. What this means is that because you can already green every shot this year, the only way Jumpshot Boost can help you is by increasing the size of your green window, which makes it way easier to green because with your window being bigger, that means you don't have to be as precise with your timing. And on top of that, they are not expensive either. They are totally worth the investment. It's 1500 VC for 10 games, meaning you should only have to average 150 VC per game, which is totally doable. If you're not getting that, your teammate grade is in the mud. Now, so far what we have is to turn off your jump shot meter and get Jumpshot Boost. Tip number 3, get your hot spots. Y'all are gonna notice a common theme in this video is that the tips are centered around making your green window bigger so you don't have to be quite as precise when timing your jump shot. Now, when it comes to getting your hot spots, we all know that the main way to get them is by hitting a high percentage of your shots in games in each spot. But that is not the only way, nor is it the best way. I got some secret sauce for y'all. Now, I have not done this method myself, so I don't know if it's going to get patched or anything, but what you can do is you can go to the Gatorade facility, start a 1v1 match with one of your friends, and you guys can basically just let each other shoot open jump shots. This is going to count towards getting your hot spots just like actual games would. The benefit of this is you can shoot every shot wide open, no pressure, and you can pick the spots on the floor that you want to shoot from every time. The other thing y'all can do, and more of y'all probably know about this method, is you can go to the Lethal Shooter Gym once a week and you can pick 2 spots on the floor to improve the hot spots for the week. Now, say for example, the spots you want to improve are the left wing and the right corner, but those spots are already hot spots for you. What you can do is you can upgrade those spots into lethal zones, which give you a way bigger boost to your green window. Lethal zones will show up as purple on your hotspot chart, and they will give you like double the boost to your green window that regular hotspots will give you. Now, tip number 4 is another one to increase the size of your green window. This one is not going to give you as big of a boost as the first 3, but when you pair it with the first 3, it's just going to be that much easier to shoot. What you're going to want to do is while you're playing games, you're going to want to keep your takeover meter above 0, preferably in takeover or just, the higher percentage, the better. This is because when your takeover goes up, your attributes go up a little bit, and this is going to increase the size of your green window just a little bit. So like I said, this one is not going to give you some crazy boost or anything. What you're going to notice is maybe a couple extra milliseconds of leeway when it comes to timing your jump shot. The main point of this tip is actually to prevent your green window from decreasing in size. In case you didn't already know, when your takeover meter goes below 0%, your attributes actually start to take a hit. And what this is going to do is it's going to decrease the size of your green window a little bit, making it harder to shoot than it already is. The tricky part about this is you won't be able to tell when your takeover meter is below 0% because it'll just show 0% at the top. You won't be able to actually tell until you're cold and that blue circle pops up around your feet. What I would recommend doing is putting on the sponge takeover perk. This is going to make it so that even when you're not doing something, you're still getting a boost to your takeover whenever your teammates do something good. That way you're at least staying above that 0% threshold and your shooting is not taking any hits. And obviously if you can actually activate your takeover, that's going to help you out more than anything else. This year your green window is so big when you have it activated, plus you can shoot from farther out. But yeah, you already knew that. Now for tip number 5. Now this next tip is regarding your jump shot. So it's kind of going to increase your green window, but it's also just going to make it easier for you to time things. We all know that when you're making a jump shot, it grades you on a letter scale in 4 different categories: your release height, your release speed, your defensive immunity, and your timing stability. Now obviously you want all 4 of those categories to be graded as highly as possible, but the one category that people are kind of undermining, neglecting, not totally valuing is the timing stability. Timing stability does exactly what it sounds like. It makes it so your jump shot does not have so many different timings. It's more consistently the same speed. Now, if you're someone that doesn't have a problem adjusting to the different jump shot timings, then you don't have to worry about this. Obviously in 2K23, your jump shot timing changed all the time, so a lot of us got pretty used to it. But if you are someone that wants to put together a jump shot with high timing stability, I got a couple tips for y'all. So as far as I can tell, the only thing at all that affects your timing stability is the base on your jump shot. So once you pick the base on your jump shot, your timing stability is set unless you change the speed of your jump shot. If you speed it up, your timing stability is going to go down, and if you slow it down, it's going to go up a little bit. Now, most people are going to want to up the speed of their jump shot from the standard, middle setting. So it's going to be very hard to get an A grade timing stability, but I do have a jump shot that has all A's in the other categories and a B+ in timing stability. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll link the video to that in the description. The other thing when it comes to making a jump shot is the defensive immunity grade. Obviously the release height and release speed are just personal preference and they're to help you out, but your defensive immunity grade is actually going to make it so that your green window does not shrink as much when defenders contest you. And these last two tips are more so practice ones that actually help you with physically timing your jump shot. First, you're going to want to figure out and understand the different shot timing visual cues. For reference, the visual cues are somewhat similar to the timings in 2K23. So jump is going to be closest to very early, set point is going to be closest to early, push is going to be closer to late, and then release is going to be closer to very late. What you have to understand is that the visual cues are not the exact same as the timings in 2K23, so just use that information to ballpark where you're probably most comfortable if you played 2K23. Like I told y'all, the first day and a half or so of 2K24, I was struggling big time, and that is because I thought set point, which is the visual cue that I use, was the exact same as early from 2K23, but it's not. You have to hold it a little bit longer. The key with the visual cues is just playing around with it and just finding exactly where they are in your jump shot. You want to get to the point where I'm at now, where every time you shoot a wide open jump shot, you should know if you greened it or if you missed it. The seventh and final tip I have for y'all is to practice shooting your jump shot in the starting 5 game mode. As we all know, 2K has delay, and the delay in the starting 5 game mode is the exact same as all the matchmaking modes in 2K24. Which makes it the perfect place to practice timing your jump shot because the timing in there is going to be the exact same as all the other game modes like Rec, Pro-Am, Theater. The only place that delay is a little bit worse is in Park, so I'd recommend maybe trying the Gatorade Gym for that. But yeah, that's going to wrap things up for the video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed watching. Hopefully I was able to make you a little bit better shooter. I know the shooting is different this year, and a lot of people are struggling with it. It can be difficult, but trust me, y'all, you got this. Just keep practicing, and you'll be sparking like this in no time. Because I put y'all on, please consider dropping a like, subbing to the channel if you're new. It doesn't cost you a cent, but it does help me out a ton. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all so much. God bless, and I'll catch you in the next one.